Hello. Hello. Welcome to patch 6.5. It's me again, it's Mana. What have I been up to since 6.4? I made a lot of videos, like a whole bunch of them. I made some recaps, I made some fun stuff, watch them. Also, I have already done the Alliance raid. I did it first, just like I did last time, and you might see I made a new friend here. I'm not going to talk about the Alliance raid too much during my MSQ videos, but please look forward to my Alliance raid video later. I will let you know. Once again, in true Mana fashion, I may have cried, so please look forward to that. As for the MSQ, I mean, we're gonna fight Zeromus. I'm gonna be real with you, my expectations are kind of low, and I don't mean to say I think the MSQ is gonna be bad, but I have found the MSQ the last two patches to be a little underwhelming. So, it will remain to be seen how whelmed I feel by this patch. As for predictions, like, I don't really have much. We're gonna fight Zeromus, we're gonna go to the first. Yeah. I will say, though, I actually replayed the Eden raid before this patch came out, so the Eden raid is fresh in my memory. I don't know if that will affect anything, but we'll see. Maybe Gaia will show up. Wouldn't that be neat? That's it! That's all I gotta say. Let's go do the MSQ! Let's go fight Zeromus! Let's go fight Zeromus already! I don't know, a part of me is still kind of low-key expecting Zero's real name to be like Cecilia. Just for like a haha, look at that reference moment. But I don't expect it to be any deeper than that. I don't, like, obviously I don't expect them to be siblings anymore. That ship is like long sailed, but yeah. I expect Justinian to make me laugh. Yeah. I'm also aware that, you know, it's the 0.5 patch, which means, you know, it's split in two. So we're not going to get a whole story here. But we should at least get the Zeromus fight, so let's go see that. Seeking the Light. Rashawn is here somewhere. Ah, Mana. I was about to call for you. There have been developments concerning the Void Gate that I would discuss with everyone. Coincidentally, I am told Y'shtola will be returning shortly. I dare to hope she has made some progress in devising a way to harness the First's light. Come, let us await the others in my chambers. My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. I pray thou art come with glad tidings. With findings well worth many sleepless nights, I am pleased to report. You may leave it there. Thank you. Eager though I am to hear the details, I must first share tidings of my own, grave ones. Urianger hath sent word from the Void Gate in Mare Lamentorum. The situation is precarious. They continue to rely upon the brands to contain the forces which would otherwise flow freely into the source. Yet, though these measures were sufficient to imprison a fragment of Zodiac for aeons, against our enemies' determined onslaught, they are degrading at an unsettling rate. The Loperites are sparing no effort to sustain the brands. but 'tis only a matter of time ere they fall. That's not great. Unless we act soon, there shall be no stopping Golbez from realizing his ambition. That Zeromus should so test the seal even when not at full strength, 'tis every bit as terrible as we feared. Aye, we must needs vanquish it, to which end we require a means to pierce its dark shroud. So, did you find it? A way to bring resplendent light to bear against our foe? As a matter of fact, I have. The theory was simple. We harness light from the first and channel it to the 13th. Such a feat would require us to manipulate vast amounts of energy, to say the least. Balls. And so I consulted Sid and his fellows, who rose to the challenge and produced bespoke devices, ether transmitters. These marvelous contraptions can be placed at locations of our choosing to facilitate the flow of ether. In other words, we can use them to create ethereal currents. Wow. That such a thing should be possible. We shall first direct ether from Nabatha Rang, where the flood of light was halted, into the Crystal Tower. We all know from personal experience the wonders of which it is capable, wonders which suit our needs perfectly. I should mention that the knowledge Grahatia acquired from the Archmagus Noah was also a source of inspiration. Oh, look at that. Once we have infused the Crystal Tower with sufficient ether, we shall send it into the rift. And the ether transmitters shall guide the energy unto the 13th, like so. In this way, we shall have a lance of light with which to pierce the shield of darkness. Very cool, Y'shtola. You done did it again. Or so I hope. No tests we performed were close to the scale of what we ultimately seek to achieve. I cannot guarantee success. I believe in you, Y'shtola. You can do anything. With such great minds on our side, how could we possibly fail? Indeed, we've harnessed the wisdom of the past, present, and future to further this cause. I, too, have faith that it will be enough in the end. Science and theory aside, we need to place one or more of these transmitters in the first, I take it. A task we must entrust to you, Mana. Rest assured, I will provide you with what support I can. Because I'm the only one who can go, so bye everybody. I wish to go as well. Zero, I just said I'm the only one who can go. This world that you brought back from the brink, I would see it with my own eyes. But how dost thou intend to make the journey? In a spirit vessel. That's how you and yours managed it, yes? Void Sense summoning also sees the soul separated from flesh. This separation I can do at will. The principles are similar enough. I suppose you can do that, Zero. Perks of being a Void Sent. If you aren't averse to traveling with company, I should be glad to lend Zero my vessel. Oh, that's, interesting, Y'shtola. That's kind of personal, don't you think? Oh, she's excited! Then it's settled. I shall finish preparing the transmitters and then help Zero transfer her soul. You know, that's just a thing that we can do. Pray see to your own preparations, and then let us reconvene at Megadura. Okay. I forget why I can still go back and forth between the first. It's just because I'm like really cool, yeah? Just because I'm really special. Because I'm like the best person in the universe or something. For a moment, I misunderstood and thought Y'shtola was proposing Zero borrow her body. Which would have been odd. Oh, Astidian. Astidian, you poor fragile soul. Y'shtola will be along after she has seen to Zero's soul. Let us await her here. Apologies for the wait. Everything went smoothly. Zero's soul is now safely within the spirit vessel. I shall have the alchemist attend to her body until she returns. Cool. Neat trick. The vessel I place in your care, along with the transmitters and a set of garments for Zero. Very thoughtful, Y'shtola, thank you. I've also included instructions on how to operate the crystal tower, courtesy of Grahatia. Why can't he give them to me himself? Like, bring him back into the MSQ already. I don't care that I just saw him a second ago in the Alliance raid. I want him here, in the MSQ! While you're away, I'll join Urianger and the Loporits on the moon. They'll need help should the brands fail. A fine idea. For my part, I shall continue to coordinate our efforts while I recover from my wounds. Given the task at hand, I suggest you speak with Reen. With her power over light, she is bound to be helpful in our efforts. But ere you do that or aught else, seek out Beklug. As the foremost authority on soulcraft, they should be able to grant Zero a corporeal form. As I recall, the old Numo was rather fond of the Cabinet of Curiosity, so that should be your first stop. That's all from me. Go forth, Warrior of Darkness, and make your triumphant return to the first. Oh, you don't have to ask me twice. Hell yeah! Bring Shadowbringers back, I miss it. Is that you, Mana? What brings you back across the rift? I have a funny little friend who wants to hang out here. Can you do something about it? Honestly, first you asked me to extract another soul from a spirit vessel, and then you tell me you have designs to channel light to the void. Wicked white, Mana, is nothing ever simple with you. I suppose some people can't help but find themselves at the center of world-changing events. Very well. If your home is in peril, then I shall do all in my power to aid you. And if it helps Unu Kalhai with his work, all the better. Unu Kalhai name drop in the MSQ. It's happening. Unu Kalhai exists. Confirmed. While I tend to your companion, you should go and speak with Reen. By all accounts, she practically lives at the Hortorium these days. I will look for you once I've finished. Yes, please, I miss her. Like I said, you'll run along now, okay. I miss her so much!
Restoring the elements to the empty may allow life to flourish there once more. But that isn't enough to return the environment to the way it was. No, we need to gradually reintroduce life, beginning with plants. Not just any plants, though, but those that won't be a burden on a weakened land. Such as...
How about coffee plants? Sounds like a great idea.
Coffee. If I recall correctly, it thrives in warm climates with cooler nights to promote growth. Yes, that might be suitable. And with a good harvest, we could set some aside for coffee biscuits.
Hell yeah. Now we're talking.
Wait, it's you!
Reen, you sound different. Reen, am I hearing things? You sound different. Hi! Long time no see!
It seems you caught me rambling to myself. How embarrassing. I've been studying botany, you see. Hoping that the knowledge would help our work in the empty. But never mind that for now. What brings you to the Crystarium? It was my understanding that the final days were behind us.
Reen, you want to make another goth friend? Reen, you want to meet another goth girl?
You wish to combat this otherworldly threat with the power of light? Please, let me help. Though I've lost my connection to Hydaelyn, I can still manipulate light to a degree. If there is a chance I could save others with that power, then I have to try.
Well, here she comes.
"'Tis done. Zero is now with us in the flesh. The spirit vessel I shall hold on to for operating the tower."
Yeah, here you go. Here's Graha's funky little blood rock.
"This will help me to make sense of the controls, will it?" There's a levity in his words that wasn't there before. It heartens me to know he is well.
Aww, damn it. Don't talk about Graha in reference to Shadowbringers, I'll cry.
I shall see to the preparations as per his instructions.
My thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. That said, 'tis customary that my kind receive fitting payment for services rendered.
Oh, you're gonna get along great with Zero. She loves this shit.
Not unlike we void sent then. In that case, you may devour some of my ether.
Oh!
Are you mad? I'll do no such thing. The very suggestion is absurd.
Now, let's calm down. We all have our preferences, and I'm sure no offense was intended.
I shall attend to the tower now. The rest, I leave to you.
Okay, thanks. Reen sounds different to me, but Beck look sounds exactly the same.
Zero, was it? My name is Reen. It's a pleasure to meet you.
This world isn't what I expected. While light is indeed strong here, it's not pervasive or overwhelming. Everything looks much as it does in the source.
You should have seen what it was like before.
We have the Warrior of Darkness to thank for that.
That's me.
If you're interested, I would be glad to show you around.
Don't hit me with the Shadowbringers music. Come on, I'm emotionally fragile. I miss Shadowbringers so much, man. I'll never get Shadowbringers back.
Just an ordinary sky. Ordinary and beautiful. To think that after so much loss, they could reclaim this.
Growing light. We restored peace to the world, and I want to ensure that peace is preserved. That's why I'm learning everything I can. I've heard something of your deeds here, of how the Warrior of Darkness fought on, despite light ravaging her very being. Had I the selfsame strength of spirit, perhaps I could have done more for my world. No, it isn't over yet. The 13th isn't beyond saving. That's why we're here. So, where to? Just lead the way. I see they use aetherites here as well. Not that I'll be able to, having not attuned to any. I trust you're willing to walk with me? Let's head for Nabath Orang. Since Zero can't teleport to the aetherite there, we should probably travel by Amaro. And Zero's like, what's an Amaro? Allow Lena to explain. Lena! Ah, there you are. Thank goodness I'm not too late. Lena! I take it Beck Look told you why she's here? More or less. Greetings and welcome. I am Lena, captain of the guard here at the Crystarium. Zero, is there something you require? When I learned of your plan to gather light at the Crystal Tower, I felt compelled to warn you of the potential repercussions. I know well that you would never use the tower for ill, nor without due caution. Even so, I believe I understand. Ever since the flood, light has been a source of pain and misery. Some fear is still, no doubt. Which is to say that some would be uncomfortable at the sight of it wielded as we intend. That is your concern, is it not? We've done this before. In Garlemald, we spent a whole patch doing exactly this kind of thing. Precisely. It was light that nearly consumed our world. To use the Crystal Tower to harness this destructive force risks turning the tower into an object of fear. Deja vu. We may convince the Crystarium of the necessity of your cause, but it will not be so easy to win over those outside our walls. Here we go again! I worry this will undermine the fragile trust that we have only just begun to build with some communities. They may misunderstand your intentions. Tell me who they are and what misunderstandings they may have. I shall allay their concerns. Mana and I will go with her. People know us. Our presence will put them at ease. Thank you. I realize this will delay the execution of your plans, but I see no other way. We have to pad out this patch somehow. At least it's the first this time. I miss it here. As for where to begin, I dare say Eulmore would be as good a place as any. Though ours is an unmissable relationship now, we were at odds for long years. Eulmore was once ruled by a tyrant who wielded the power of light. Though he promised salvation, in truth he made slaves of his subjects, and sought to destroy any who defied him. He's gone now, thankfully, and a good man named Chai Nuz was elected mayor. Relations between our cities have improved much since then. Even so, there's a lingering rivalry between us. If the Crystarium were to harness light without warning, some Eulmorans might suspect we have ulterior motives. Thus, it would be prudent to give them prior notice. If you explain that you seek to save the Warrior of Darkness's home, though, I should hope that they would give you their blessing. Surely they're nicer than the Garleans, right? Once again, yours is a name that commands respect and trust in the domain of your former enemies, as it does in Garlemald. Where else should we visit? After Eulmore, I would suggest the Rak'tika Greatwood. There you will find the Knights Blessed, a small collective which worships darkness, as well as the Vis, guardians of the secrets of ancient Ronka. The Vis are insular and will likely not object unless the light encroaches upon their territory. The Knights Blessed, on the other hand, would greatly benefit from your assurances that your actions would not adversely affect their lives. People who worship darkness, fitting for a world all but consumed by light. Very well. We will treat with the people of Eulmore and the Knights Blessed. Here, take these whisper weeds. I will let you know when all is in readiness with the tower. Thank you. Right then, I should tend to my own tasks. Explaining the situation to the people of the Crystarium and arranging for your transmitters to be placed here and in the Batharang. We're truly grateful. Thank you, Lena. Oh, now listen here. Listen here, everybody. I got things to say. Come, let's head to Eulmore. Hopefully Chinese will know how best to present our plan to everyone. I got some things to say, everybody. Oh boy, do I have some things to say. Listen, I love Shadowbringers. Shadowbringers is not just my favorite story in Final Fantasy. It's one of my favorite stories in all of media. I adore Shadowbringers, and I miss it very, very much. So a part of me is very glad to be here. But I can't believe I'm doing the same thing I just did in 6.4. We have to go around and ask people's permission to go do the thing with the tower. Like, like, I don't know. It was so in 6.4, and now immediately in 6.5 I have to do it again. I mean, at least it's like Shadowbringers this time and not like the Garleans, but you know? Just I'm already bored. Look, Julia, Chai, and Rendon are here too. Between the three of them, we should be able to get some good advice. Mana, Reen, oh what a wonderful surprise this is! And you've even brought a new friend! Greetings, Warrior of Darkness. If you've come out of concern for our esteemed mayor, fear not. He runs the city well, and as ever prefers to work closely with the people, the better to hear their voice. Okay, listen. This is the great and powerful leader of Eulmore. He must be possessed of subtle qualities that make him uniquely suited to the position. Listen, I should elaborate. I understand that this is how the game is allowing us to catch up with what's been going on in Shadowbringers since we last left, and granted it has been a very long time since Shadowbringers, so I do appreciate that aspect of it. But I think what's bothering me right now is just that we literally just did this in 6.4 with Garlemald, and I'm just kind of like tired because it was so, yeah, in 6.4. I know this won't be that bad, but like, I don't know, I'm just like, yeah. Good gods, if it isn't Mana! To what do we owe the pleasure? Not another world-ending threat, surely not. Surely not. We wanted to talk about a sensitive matter with our esteemed mayor. I doubt I'd ever describe myself as such, but anyway, I can tell you're up to something. The kind of something I might want nothing to do with, but regardless, I should probably know. What is it? Gathering light with the Crystal Tower, you say? I would be lying if I said that doesn't bring back unpleasant memories, and I believe I speak for most Eulmorans. We can hardly blame you. We have no reason to question your motives, of course, neither yours nor those of the Crystarians' leadership. A world engulfed in darkness, its corrupted inhabitants attempting to invade your own. It's rather a lot to process, but the desire to save one's home is something anyone can understand. I'm touched that you show such concern for our feelings despite the gravity of your plight. Very well, you have my support. As if there was ever any doubt. Right, let's gather the people at once. An explanation from you ought to ensure everyone understands. Not so fast, dearest. If I were to reveal everything at this juncture, many would be deeply unsettled, regardless of any assurances I offered. No, we need to first set the stage. Spread word of the Warrior of Darkness's plight. That she is on a mission to save her world, as she once did ours. Are you gonna make me do that? Just like talk to a bunch of random Eulmorans and be like, hi, I'm sad. And they'll be like, oh no, she's sad, let's fill the crystal tower with light. Once the tale is common knowledge, I shall call an assembly and explain the need to harness the power of light to a populace far more amenable to the idea. To that end, might I trouble you to speak with our citizens about your predicament? Yeah, no problem, of course I'll do it. So it would be more effective to hear the details from the hero herself, more likely to inspire solidarity for your cause. So we appeal to the desire to aid the Warrior of Darkness to present light in a more positive light. Well played, Master Chai. Like, I don't mind checking up what everyone's been up to since last time in Shadowbringers. Like, I relish it, but this busy work is not jiving with me right now. Not after 6.4. Like, yeah. I know I'm complaining a lot, but like, yeah. If it's best that you do the talking, then we'll come with you. Fine by me. I'm content to observe. Like, maybe I'll get something of value by talking to these random Eulmorans, but I don't know, something in the back of my mind is telling me this is just padding, so we'll see. Once you have finished your rounds, I ask that you report to me. I should like to know how the people react. Lead the way, Mana. We'll be right behind you. Maybe I am more bothered by the current state of the MSQ than I realized. So Zero can travel here freely like you. Would that Alphino could do the same. I miss him dearly. The people of Eulmore have tremendous faith in both you and Master Chai. They would not still be here otherwise, I myself included. I am acutely aware of my limitations and know that I am not the most persuasive speaker, thank you. We should do our utmost to make the people more receptive before I address them. While Lena and Master Chai couldn't be more different, they're both mindful of how their actions may affect others. They're both good leaders, and there's much I hope to learn from them. From that conversation alone, I could see how much the people here trust you. Thanks to Euless and Thancred, I've grown better at recognizing it. What? You've met Thancred too? How is he? Tell me, now! I mean, right. Of course you have. I don't know why I said that. Right, let's find some citizens to speak with. I suggest we start here in the canopy before heading down to the understory and then the derelicts. Zero and Reen are now accompanying you. I'm sure they have lots of cute dialogue to make up for the fact that I'm doing busy work. Though the Crystarium is my home now, I still visit Eulmore on occasion together with Gaia. Oh my god, Gaia name drop! It happened! And each time I'm here, I can feel the city has changed. The mood is brighter and the people happier. We can't allow all that hard-won progress to be undone. Let's do our best to reassure everyone. A tower growing more decadent as it rises, set upon an isolated sliver of land, reminiscent of a void-set domain. Built by those who yearned for better times, who ached for the shadow of a memory. Yet I saw no desperation in the Crystarium. Despite their shared tragedy, the two cities couldn't feel more different. Anyway. Oh man. Like, the realization's kind of hitting me right now. How, like... I guess I'm not enjoying the MSQ right now. I wouldn't have said that before. But, like, doing this now, I'm like, wow, I'm sure complaining a lot about the MSQ. Maybe I'm not having fun right now. A tavern, and an extravagant one at that. But those dancers engage with the poles in such strange ways. Are they pantomiming a battle? A soldier thrusting their spear into the ground and using it to launch themselves at an enemy, perhaps. Given this world's violent history, it makes sense that displays of martial prowess would become popular entertainment. That's very funny, Zero. Thancred once told me that people come to these places to savor some memories and drown the others. I imagine the beehive was built primarily to help Eulmorians forget about Sin Eaters, even if only for a time. But now they can simply enjoy themselves. I can see the appeal, but don't worry, I know I'm still a bit too young for it. I used to live for the moment, not caring what might happen on the morrow. But now that we have peace, I find myself thinking about the future and feeling anxious. What? Your home is threatened with destruction? Wicked White, why are you wasting your time in a drinking hole? Ugh, but as I say it, I feel the sting of hypocrisy. Gods, I need to take control of my life. Need to face my troubles head on. And the same goes for you. I don't know. My friend has told me that this patch MSQ is better than 6.3 and 6.5. So I might be being a huge downer for like no reason right now, and I apologize for that. But just really not jiving with the story right now. I don't know. I want to jive with it, and you would think I would, given Shadowbringers is my favorite place on Earth, but here I am. Well now, the Warrior of Darkness and the Oracle of Light both. How may I be of service? Your enemies plot to invade your world. Having heard tales of Sin Eaters ravaging countless villages, your plight feels all too familiar. Come what may, I urge you to remain strong. You overcame the Light Wardens, you can overcome any adversity, and for what it's worth, I'm sure everyone here would be willing to help in whatever way we can. That thing there cleaning up the debris, for a moment I thought it might be a void scent. In case you didn't know, it's not uncommon for our kind to use statues as vessels. But I see now that it is more akin to the mechanical soldiers used by the Garleans. They come in all shapes and sizes, don't they? When Vothri tried to keep us out of the city, many free citizens died in the chaos. Some had no kin to inherit their wealth, and so Eulmore decided to use it to help fund the reconstruction of the derelicts. It's part of a greater effort to improve the living conditions down here, which is important since there's simply not enough room for everyone in the city proper. You're the Warrior of Darkness. I never dreamed I'd have the honor. But why are you in Eulmore, if I may ask? My home's in trouble. Help! Your home is in danger? And you've come seeking help? If there's anything we can do for you, you need only ask. Things could be better here, of course, and we've got a long road ahead of us. But we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you and yours, and we'll never forget that. Yay! So, the people are of one mind in their desire to help. Good, good. Why, just earlier, I overheard a conversation about how the Warrior of Darkness is seeking to save their home. Your tale is spreading quickly. Then the plan has unfolded precisely as you envision. All that remains, then, is to assemble the citizens and explain Mana's need to gather light. For better or worse, I'm mayor of this city. I'll do my best to win them over. Thank you, Chinas. Wait, aren't you... Yes, you're her! The young lady who saved me from Vothri. I'd eaten enough mule to fall under his control, but you cured me. I wouldn't be alive today if not for you. Oh, I remember you too. I'm glad to see you're doing well. I only learned later that it was the Oracle of Light herself who saved me, saved all of us. I didn't know if I'd ever get the chance to express my gratitude. I'm sure it was nothing for someone with your power, but thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. What is this mule? Oh, Zero, you don't want that. Food made from the light-tainted flesh of sin-eaters, you say? And what's a sin-eater? I see. The more they ate, the more the light's corruption spread. Right, and because of that, they became susceptible to Vothri's commands, as he could make the sin-eaters do his bidding. Thankfully, I was able to suppress Light's influence and free everyone from his control, and there seems to be no lingering effects. You say that as if it were some small feat. I've seen countless souls corrupted by darkness. Someone with the power to heal them would be regarded as a great figure, and never know peace. My gift has been a burden. Many have suffered for it, died for it. There were times when I wish I didn't have it, when I wanted to run away from everyone and everything. But I had friends to encourage and guide me, to help me learn not just to embrace my gift, but to take charge of my life, to change my fate. And so you did just that. The people of this world are resilient indeed. We appreciate the Crystarium's concern for the welfare of our people. May we continue to strengthen the ties between our two cities. My thanks again for your consideration, Mana. The rest you may leave to us. Oh cool, you're not gonna make us watch? Brief though it was wonderful to see you. Do visit again soon. Hopefully when the fate of the world isn't weighing on your mind. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. When I tended to the people after Vothri fled, I wasn't sure how much of a difference it would make. It's a relief to see so many that I treated are alive and well. That a half-void scent like me managed to escape the flood of darkness. For all these years, I never stopped to wonder why. To wonder if I had a greater part to play. Well, perhaps it's time I took charge and considered what I might be able to do for others. The answer is here in the first, and I will find it. If we have no further business here, let's move on. Where to next? Slitherbough, the home of the Knights Blessed in the Rak'tika Greatwood, will explain the situation to their leader, Runar. Da 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 da, off we go. Mana, you're a sight for sore eyes, my friend. Will you be staying long in Slitherbough? Though having said that, I suspect this isn't just a social call. We need to speak to you. It's important. Ah, so it is more of a formal visit. That's fine. Why don't we get right to it then? What? Your world, Master Matoya's world, is in grave danger? Master Matoya? Who is that? Who the fuck is Matoya? Y'shtola. She took another name in accordance with custom when she lived among the Knights Blessed. They believe light taints everything that it touches, even their true names. Out of respect, don't speak hers here. You are Zero, yes? The one come from a world consumed by darkness. I struggle to conceive of such a place. A pitch-black pall shrouds the sky, which neither the light of the sun nor the stars can pierce. It is the opposite of what you once knew here in Norvrant. That being the case, I'm sure you can relate to our situation. All too well. You have my deepest sympathies. And in order to beat back the darkness in your world, you would harness light from ours. "'Tis a simple yet brilliant idea. Only Master Matoya could have conceived of such. That Noor Vrant is still in her thoughts. That we are still. So, you're not opposed to our plan? We Knights Blessed may place our faith in the dark, but we have never sought to force our beliefs upon others. If your deliverance lies in light, then by all means avail yourselves of it. I'm surprised. From what I was told of your people, I was certain you would disapprove of our methods. Literally nothing like the Garleans. Do not mistake our reverence for darkness as a desire for it to be ascendant. Rather, in darkness there's a peace that we seek to make our own through prayer and self-reflection. And while light may have wrought suffering in our world, anything in excess can be harmful. Even darkness, as you and yours know all too well. It is the wielder who is righteous or evil, not the weapon. If you would wield light for a noble cause, who are we to deny you? An easy thing for me to say, now that the night has been restored to our world, perhaps. Nevertheless, I wish you the best in your fight, Zero. May light shine your way in the darkness. Now then, to mark this joyous occasion, I must offer you a proper welcome to Slitherbough. You might find this interesting, Zero. If you say so. Right, let us begin with the customary greeting. Mana, I trust you remember how to announce yourself as a friend of the blessed. Do I? It's been like 3 years, Runar. Alan Tuta in Stay Chat. Our first visit here was nerve-wracking but exciting. I'll never forget how the villagers warmed to me when I spoke the words. This is a watchword, I take it. Alan Tuta. Friends old and new, I bid you welcome to Slitherbough. Alan Tuta. What does it mean? In the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say, good evening. This greeting allows us to quickly discern friend from foe. A simple expression, but in a world bereft of night, the words held deep meaning. They were a reminder of the world as it was, when the sun and the moon and the stars yet danced across the sky, and we wished one another well as the day gave way to night. A communal tradition, so the words serve to bind us. Indeed, we are no longer strangers, you and I. Next, we shall have you cleansed of light's impurities. Present yourself to Davith in yonder room. He will be glad to assist you. I'm reminded of when you first came to us, when Master Matoya was still here. But don't let me keep you. Go and join your friends. No sooner had I greeted this Davith than he poured a pot of water over me. I wasn't expecting a literal cleansing. It's nice to guide a new friend through the same experiences, isn't it? There you are. Your friend has just been cleansed. How do you feel? Wet, but otherwise no different. Ha 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 ha! I wouldn't be surprised if you'd said otherwise. Even so, it is customary to cleanse ourselves of light with water blessed by our priests. But you have darkness again, do you not? Why continue the custom? Why, for the same reason that it was conceived, to pray for the safety of friends and visitors alike, and we pray for yours this day. Safe travels, friend, and may blessed shadow keep you. Right. If that's all, let's return to Runar and see if there's any other customs I must observe. Come on, Mana. The memories of those I've met and the bonds we've forged will always be a part of me. She may find these moments strange now, but one day she'll look back at them fondly. How does Zero like our welcoming customs, I wonder? I've undertaken the ritual. And, while I can't explain it, I feel more confident than I did before. Just a touch. I'm glad to hear it. With the Warrior of Darkness at your side, I've no doubt that you will save your two worlds. If we can defeat Zeromus, then the Source, would be safe. But nothing would change for my own world. There would just be one less void sent to struggle over scraps with the rest. Was that so? Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. It's fine. I was under no illusion. I wish it were different, of course. Mana, can you hear me? Have you met with the people of Eulmore and Rak'tika? Yup, I just finished talking to the Slitherbell people. Runar's right here. Runar, say hi. Excellent. Then we may proceed to the next phase of the plan without worry. Bekluk has informed me that the tower is ready, so make for Nabatha Rang at your leisure. You got it, Lena. Let's go, everybody. I've arranged for you to rendezvous with Cassard en route as well. Not only can he take you to the site of the flood, but he will also know where best to place the transmitters, given his familiarity with the route between the Crystarium and Amarang. He will be in Twine on business shortly, so I've asked him to wait for you there. All complaints aside, at least this is going pretty quickly. It's all coming together. To Twine, then. Zero's pessimism notwithstanding, we will pray for her world. Take care, my friend, and tell Master Matoya that she is ever in our hearts.